A lot of clicking for me at 4.
Well, clicking.
You're over here. I'm not live yet. Say something funny. Yeah, no, you're clicking. You're going live.
There we go. Just making sure that I mute my feed here.
Oh, yeah, I'm not on YouTube, so mine won't echo back at me because I'm not on YouTube.
No, so
I was going to go to the YouTube because it's easier to see who's all in there. It seems like the chat comes faster there, but I hadn't done it yet. Guess I could always do that now, even though it might echo for a second. There's your warning.
You. Oh, did you got the notification?
I got the notification on YouTube.
I got love. People sent me some loves.
Hold up one sec.
Desiree.
There we go. I couldn't find the stupid mute. I'm like, where'd it go? Desi.
Much love to Desiree.
How you doing, Des?
She said we're both sexy.
I see that.
I don't even have cleavage. I don't. Can you imagine how unstoppable I'd be if I had cleavage too?
I don't know. It seems like a lot of women I know would love to get rid of them. So say goodbye to them. How you doing, Des?
What's going on, hon? Hope life's treating you good.
She said hi and then ran away. I don't think we were that sexy. She didn't even stick around.
She did run away. Well,
there we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm good, relaxing, doing diamond art. Nice.
Kathy Bates, what's up?
Kathy Bates.
I remember the thumbs up part. He's not high-fiving after.
We're getting back into the rhythm. Getting back into the rhythm of the night.
It's been a long time. It's been probably at least a year since we streamed together.
You think it's really been that long?
We might have done one stream here or there in the last year, but it's been a while.
Have they broke ground on the house yet, Desiree? I'm really curious.
I'm glad you got into a condo at least. You're into something, and
yeah.
I know how hard it was finding a place to begin with and everything.
Yeah,
I used to do diamond art all the time, but I haven't done it in a while.
I hear it's very therapeutic and relaxing.
I did it when I couldn't sleep, and I would get quite a bit done before I would go to sleep, but I pretty much would fall asleep at the table while doing it. It definitely put me to sleep.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, therapeutic, like it's relaxing. It makes you feel like you're accomplishing something. It puts you to sleep. Who knows? It sounds like you get a little bit of everything there. Hello, Amy Goodrich.
Amy Goodrich, what's up?
Oh, my elbow cracked.
I hate when that happens because it always feels like my elbow pops out of the socket when it does that. Hey, demo's a step in the right direction.
Yes. Right now I'm doing monthly grocery shopping, and it just came, so I got to put my stuff away. No worries, Amy. No worries. You got to do what you got to do. Maxie.
I'm glad that you've got something to do at least, Des. They definitely distract you.
Yep.
I wish I could go shopping once a month. I go daily, it seems. Mike would tell you that too.
You make daily trips to all people.
I change my mind on what I'm going to eat on a daily basis. So if I bought everything too soon, I would end up not eating it. Scrapping together. What's up?
It is good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well, Bill. Trying to get back into the rhythm.
Come here, Maggie. He's like, I don't know what to do. Come here, Max.
And, I realized yesterday,
Hi, Maggie.
because I live streamed yesterday, 2 days in a row, guys. And I realized that I put the wrong day thumbnail in for yesterday. I put like Saturday something.
He was prerequisite the fact that we were going to go live today. Marianne Dotry, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Marianne? Thumbs up and a high five. I don't know, giving you a little bit of extra thumbs today.
See, the I shop pretty much daily because then I can just decide what I feel like eating that day. E-Waste Mike, what's up? Beavis and Butthead, which one's which?
There you go. Yeah. Walmart feels like a mini mall, so I don't step foot in Walmart except once a month. Yeah, if I go into Walmart, I'm going to end up with like at least $100 worth of stuff, at least, and that's like
Only $100. Only it's like $50 to walk out with 3 things. So
that's me. That's what I just said. I just said that's like 5 items.
Yeah, it's over 100 every time. Trouble is here. Yeah, he's trouble. He's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, but it's good to have E-Waste Mike here. He acts as a BS bouncer, I guess.
He was actually nice. He called me Beavis or Butthead. I don't know which one I am. Instead of, oh God, it's R5. I'm leaving now.
I think you're closer to a Beavis than a Butthead.
I don't know which one I am, but hey, I'll take it as a compliment. He didn't just say, "Oh God, it's R5. I'm leaving now."
Beavis has similar hair color to you, and not to mention, Beavis sounds like another word, which is a female trait, a female thing. Right. Yeah, I didn't say it.
Okay, so I guess I'm Beavis.
You're Beavis. I'm Butthead.
Macaroni.
So there you go. Let's keep it quiet.
We know you. Ralph Morick, what's up?
Oi! It's good to see you, buddy. Thumbs up. High five.
You analyzed it wrong because Mike says I'm Butthead.
You're Butthead?
Oh, Mike, did you start a new Facebook, by the way? Because I got a friend request from from Mike, from you, but I saw some of our regular people that we're friends with, mutual friends, had accepted it, but I didn't know if you started a new Facebook or if this was a scam one. I didn't want to accept it.
I always think that like the Facebook things are. I feel like my glasses are crooked, and they probably are.
Now they are.
Yeah, if the Facebook, like if I'm friends with somebody already and they send me another Facebook request, I automatically think it's a scam. So I steer clear,
I'm pretty sure I got a request, Mike. So you can't lie. You just woke up to do some stupid shit and eat something hot and puke on my kid's head again. That's what you're here for. I know what you're here for.
Yeah, he's fishing around for those types of streams, and when it finally happens, he's like all in. He's like Velcro.
He's like
one side of Velcro that sticks to the other side of Velcro.
You're waiting for that stream again.
Yes, he's waiting for that stream.
My kids will never let me live that one down.
I hope everybody that celebrates it had a wonderful 4th of July.
My kids will never let me live that one down. They still, to this day, bring up me puking on Troy's head because of the green screen.
I remember that day very well. That bucket was perfectly positioned
on Troy's head.
And I'm like, oh my God, you puked on Troy.
Everyone in the chat was like, is that her kid or is that the green screen? No, that's the green screen, but it's my kid's head. Quit. He's finding shit to lick. Uncle Brian's Corner, what's up?
Now that sounds like a slogan. We have the shit to lick.
He was licking underneath the desk, and there's not food down here. It's like, don't lick down here. I don't know what you're licking up, but don't lick.
Uncle Brian's Corner, it's good to see you, buddy.
I just dealt with sick dog for long enough. We don't need to go down that route again.
Yeah, apparently it's my turn.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. She still hasn't put weight on that paw.
And we didn't get Skycam tonight. Where's Sky?
Not yet. We just started the stream not even 10 minutes ago.
I haven't even heard dogs tippy-tappy in the back of you yet. Usually I hear something.
Well, Melissa did like a yard sale type of thing today with a friend of hers. So Callie, the little one, was with her and exercised most of the day. So she's pretty much passed out on the couch. Moon is down pretty much for the count right now. She's just laying down and being like, please make this feel better soon. I don't think Sky knows what to do with herself right now. So
This
we'll
guy's like,
see.
Mom's
Once she
home.
realizes we're live, she'll probably come in. Yep. I enjoy. Let's see. I enjoy being the car show, but that park has no self-service.
Gil's like, I'm struggling with reading today.
I smell toast.
Yeah, at the farm we don't have good cell service, so I was actually shocked when you went live when I was still there that I actually could communicate, because usually my cell service just goes out instantly.
Yep.
Uncle Brian's Corner. What did you walk into? You're not familiar with our live streams. That was tame. That was mild. That was very mild.
Well, he kind of is. Well, he's not familiar with our live stream specifically, but he knows what I'm capable of in my live streams. So yeah, he gets it. To
Yeah, well, hang around long enough. If we start live streaming more again, which we keep saying we're going to, every time we do this, we go, we're going to do this more often, and then it takes 6 months to a year. We do need to try, but I'm not making any promises.
We do definitely need to try, and we need to. I don't know. We need to rev it up. We need to rev up our game and do stuff.
I don't know. I still need to make some Cindy's balls, because I still am going to do it. I still am going to do it. I'm doing it again, and that's going to be interesting. And yeah, Right's Trapping, what's up?
Hey, the Right's Trapping, what's going on, man? Good to see you. To answer your question, Brian, it is the front right paw. Found some decent stuff on the side of the road and found a Family Dollar kids water table on the side of the road, brand new. Holy guacamole here! Oh.
See, we're having a problem out here because everyone's shooting off the fireworks. It's so dry. Like last night, it was nonstop fires. Like for fire department, they were constantly getting toned out. I know a couple people did lose houses from what I'm reading online last night from the fires and stuff, but I don't know how bad the damage ended up being. But yeah, not good weather to be shooting off all those fireworks, and it was nuts last night. Poor Cheetos was about to have a near heart attack last night.
There was flash floods happening somewhere too. Like it was, yeah. Here we go. Let's see.
Bored old fart, what are you doing?
Camp Mystic.
Yeah, that's the Texas one.
Yeah. Like that quite a few people were confirmed dead, and 14. Wow, including
they're looking for a lot of kids right now. There's quite a few kids.
That's awful. Awful. Bored old fart. It is good to see you. Yep.
Dingo, my service dog. I'm so sorry to hear that, Rights. I do remember Dingo from the videos and that. I'm so sorry. We lost, and I don't even know because we haven't been on YouTube that much, but we lost our old shepherd, Rocky, and we lost our golden retriever, Baby. This is actually a new dog that's running back and forth behind me. That's Max, or Macaroni, as we call him. But he's only a year and a half. Belgian Malinois shepherd. Mr.
And every time I met him, I was getting closer and high five, closer and closer to take him home.
Yeah, I think if I would have closed my eyes and turned away, I would have lost my dog.
I would never do that to you.
He might have made himself an absolute nuisance driving home, though, because Max likes his mommy and daddy.
I would never do that. No, never, ever.
Oh, I'll think that he likes me, Mike. I'm past all that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a new little puppy, Des?
Baby, she try not to sound like belligerent. She is that? How do you pronounce that? Is it a Shih Tzu or a Shih
Tzu?
Shih Tzu. It's like you sneezing.
It's a Shih Tzu.
Fine, okay, it's a Shih Tzu.
That's why they breed the bulldog with the Shih Tzu, and they call them bullshits.
Is that how it's pronounced in like Wikipedia?
I believe so.
like as in shit, Sue.
Yeah. Kathy, you're not supposed to listen to e-waste. You're supposed to just go, yeah, whatever, just keep going. It annoys him a little bit, but he gets over it.
Desiree, Mr. Fulton Merez, welcome, by the way. Great to see you, brother. Wants to know the name of your little puppy, if you've named it so far. No, now she's getting me back.
Shih Tzu.
Look, it's a
Freya.
tiny dog, right? That's what a Shih Tzu is, right?
It's a Shih Tzu. Yes, it's a little dog that needs a lot of grooming that I would never own because of that. But
Freya.
She probably just calls it a little shit.
Yeah. Freya, right? Did I pronounce that right, Desiree? I hope I did. Freya. That's how it pronounced. I have walked that kind of breed dog. Cool.
Oh man, that broke down in Utah. That's no fun.
No, being broke out, period, is no fun. Yeah.
I hear Utah this time of year though gets pretty dang hot though.
Claire, it's great for that. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate the sage advice.
What, Mackie? Come here.
We got Mackie Cam.
And I'm pretty sure you just breathed it right into their mic, so everyone got that nice dog breath.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
Especially when he comes running in after eating a pile of crap. I think no, it was Rocky that did that, wasn't it, or was it Max? It was one of the two that did that to me on a live stream.
No, it was Max.
That was when he was still a puppy.
Rocky was the fart king.
And Max gave me a shit kiss. It was wonderful.
Max gave you a shit kiss and slobbered all over me with his shit saliva. It's that dog.
Oh, that was like a little present to you then. You got puppies out of the deal. I thought I saw a picture of puppies on your page, and I was thinking, I'm like, where'd the puppies come from? But I just kind of figured they must be your friends or something. I didn't. Wow. I skim Facebook.
You know, it's weird how things, turn out. You know what I'm saying? After a catastrophic thing like that, to find out that, you got little lives coming. It doesn't make up for all the loss, but at the same time, it's kind of a nice thing.
I'm glad that the mom didn't end up having any major issues from the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
picks on everyone.
For several years, he lives closer to Motor City, and I got a motor mouth. Well, you guys would get along. If you ever met in person, I think you guys would get along quite well because you and Mike are kind of very similar.
I don't know. Do you want to add that insult to her and call her similar to Mike? I feel bad now for her.
No, well, no, it wasn't meant to be an insult. I mean, it was kind of a term, and I like them both.
I got to give a hard time back to Mike. He gives me a hard time 24/7.
I guess it's kind of a no-win scenario, huh? Like if I compliment one or say one, it's kind of like the other. What the hell was that?
The dog took off underneath the desk. And apparently got a hold of the cord that was attached to the controller and flung that into the air. And I don't even know if the controller was plugged in or if the controller was just laying there. I don't even know.
Yes, I remember seeing posts that Junior posted about Twix. That's really cool. Mike is a hard time. I think Mike is the reason why they created that lemonade, right? Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Kathy needs a good kick in the ass. Don't you need that kick in the ass too? I think you both need straightening out.
I guess the question is who needs the running start kick in the ass? That's my question.
You're being set. Ralph is telling you hi.
Hoy!
Hi.
Oh, he's not talking to me. He's talking to somebody else. I wasn't looking
going to bed.
My
She's-
brain isn't
She
here.
she turned 19 and got like big girl jobs in a sense, and is having to get up at like 4:35 in the morning, and now it's kicking her butt.
No,
Good
I
for you.
cannot because of
More money.
stupid fireworks and these
Oh, don't worry.
stupid people.
It's gonna be dark in about an hour or two, and the fireworks will be
Yeah,
keeping
so
Mal
if
and you up all
if
night.
I pass out right now, I will be out for the count. They won't wake me up. And if they do, I might try
Oh,
and just get
little
something.
puppies.
Those
And-
are the puppies.
And one gets the cone of shame.
Apparently.
Well,
No
Aw.
puppies.
why are
It's-
we looking at this?
Desiree was showing us her puppies.
Aw.
Her
I
Shih
want
Tzus.
one. We have one.
She doesn't live anywhere remotely close to us. There's no way we could even get one. And no, I'm not getting another dog.
It's okay. We could drive.
Autumn's over here trying to formulate our next trip. She's like, we're gonna go get one of those puppies.
I think your parents would.
This is sounding like a Katie thing, or like we all of a sudden we're gonna end up with a little dog in our house that we
Don't
absolutely are
fall
planning on.
for it. Don't fall for it, Crystal.
I'm not, no.
No, I fell for that with 3 birds that are in my living room right now.
Yes, you did.
I want a golden. How about that?
Golden retriever?
Yeah.
She wants another golden. Well, the one
And this
that just had
baby.
the golden puppy recently, the one with the other golden,
Yeah.
he's talking about rehoming that puppy possibly. I told him, I said, if you decide to do that, maybe let me know and I might consider.
So then you would be like, you'd have like 3 dogs.
Oh, and you
And 3 birds.
Max
Now
goes,
all you
"Jesus."
need now is 3 cats.
Ow, Becky.
Maxie!
He licked my eyeball.
Well, be glad he hasn't been outside recently. There is no dog poop on that
You
mouth.
sure about that?
Yeah, your cat is bigger than those. That's for sure, Brian.
My cats are midgets. Both of them are very small.
Don't make fun of Mel. Mel's just a baby.
That is mean, Mike. That is mean. I don't know. You've already got your issues, so I'm gonna put my money on you.
40. My gosh, that would put her at almost. That would put her over 100, Mike. I think your math is a little fuzzy.
His math ain't mathin'. That's true. It ain't mathin'.
His math isn't mathing. Right. Good night, sweetheart. It was good to see you as always.
See, Gil, when he was out here and stayed for the 2 weeks, he left. He said, I left you surprise downstairs. I was so concerned about that surprise. It took me almost 2 weeks to get down here to see what that surprise was.
Right.
I came down to find my office littered with stickers. I was like, man, I probably should have checked because who knows what he left out there. But I just was like, if it's a body, we'll find out eventually, right?
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been something that, could have expired. What's that smell?
Yeah, I was so concerned. I totally didn't check until about 2 weeks later. I sent him a message. I go, I found the surprise, LOL.
Yeah,
I thought about it. I was like, I should probably go check on that surprise because I really don't know what he left out there.
Yeah, feel free to pass that out to my YouTube buddies in the area and whatnot.
Did you find it at the Goodwill shop? Did you find yours at on the side of the road? Picking up scrap, you found a heart that you thought would be good?
Mike found a blue light special at Temu for his heart. It works, but I don't know. It looks like it's made out of Legos and bubble gum.
A Norwegian forest cat. I'm not sure I've ever seen one. I used to do nails for a client that had dog nails, but they had a Savannah. And let me tell you, the scariest moment ever. I'm sitting on the floor doing their dog's nails. And she's telling me the story about her cat and how mean this cat could be and how it had literally made them lock themselves in their bedroom because they were terrified of the cat that wanted to attack them. And all of a sudden they go, don't move. I'm like, why? They're like, well, the cat's walking up behind you. And I'm like, okay. And you're telling me not to move? They're like, do not move. Cat walks around, curls its ass up on my lap, and goes to sleep. And I look at him, I go, now what am I supposed to do? They're like, oh, you're just going to want to wait because he can get pretty aggressive if you try to make him move. I'm like, well, you told me not to move, and now I'm stuck here with this cat that you said could literally beat the crap out of me on my lap sleeping. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Savannah cats. They are freaking huge.
Yep.
Not a pretty kitty. When you're told how aggressive the thing is, it's not a pretty kitty.
So all my health issues have gone away since quit taking prescription pills from doctors. 5 different vitamins a day, and I've not had any problems for years. Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome
funny.
to
It's
hear.
funny you say that. It seems nowadays that's the mission of most pharmaceutical, like the pharmaceutical world. It's like, oh, we got to get people loaded up with all the drugs and stuff like that. Oh, the heck
That's
with
awesome.
alternative medicine. No. We got to get you with the pills of healing. No.
Oh, E-Waste, that's awesome to hear, but I'm going to believe what you said up top there. I don't have a heart. I believe that one.
I think he has a heart, but it's like the Grinch. It's like tiny right now. I think it just needs a little hydration, Mike, and you'll be fine.
Bald-headed Bob. Well, I didn't know there was another Bob. Is that Sky that I just saw walk through the background?
You might have. No, that's Luna.
I just saw the back end, so I didn't know.
Hold on. You want to come up here? Come on up here. Come on. Oh, this is Looney Luna.
She's a big girl. You can tell how big she is. Like, she's got a big old head on her.
I love you. You're a good dog. You're a good dog. She wanted to say hello.
He runs on AAA batteries.
Good dog. Okay, get down now.
Are you sure you didn't have a jolly ball you just shook out of your throat?
Who are you talking to? Me?
You.
Jolly Ball?
It sounded like the toy that Max has that you're like, what the heck is that? When I shook him.
Maybe that's why I'm so loved by the dogs, is I sound like a toy. No, Mike does not stop. He is a workhorse. He runs on AAA batteries. Not double D's, huh?
AAA sounds accurate enough.
Well, AAA just kind of reminds me of well, I guess you're right, in a broken down old man type of sense. Like that's AAA, but that's what it reminds me of. But now double D's, now that reminds me of something else.
Well, Mike says it's D batteries. She's got it all wrong. It's D.
Ralph, yes, both Bobs are bald. Yes,
I haven't seen other Bob in quite some time.
We have
the version
terrible
seemed to have
genetics.
disappeared.
He did not disappear. He was in the last uploaded video.
Well, yeah, I guess I didn't watch that one.
Well, he wasn't technically in it. He was. Did you hear that?
Yes, and you see Max go, what's that?
Stop it. Anyway. Go ahead. Yeah. She's not doing too good right now.
Yeah, she sounds ouchy.
Yeah, she's in some pain. So we've decided to take her off the muscle relaxers and just use the pain medication and the antibiotics for now, because I think now that we know that it's Lyme,
yeah,
I think the muscle relaxers will be counterproductive and not help her or motivate her to start putting weight on that paw again when she starts feeling better.
Yeah.
If that, I hope that makes sense. That was our logic behind that.
Hey, it's a matter of waiting and seeing, I guess. Did they give you any type of time frame of how long it should take before you start seeing a difference?
No, they don't know. They don't know.
I've come to the conclusion all our animals are deciding they have it out for us because yeah, it's been the month of the animals, I should say. It's the beginning of a month, but all like the last 2 months have been like this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yours was like the last couple of May and June. Those were your rough times, and now I'm kind of going through like the end of June and into July with Moon here.
We fought with it with Max right before Gil came out here, and then while he was here, he had a big old lump on the side of his neck, and that had us a bit freaked out. We finally got that. He's finally good, and then now he's got his dog with issues, horses with issues. It's just one thing after the next.
My daughter, she's kind of out of the house. Like she comes home on the weekend. She still has her own bedroom and whatnot. Some weekends, not all weekends, but she has an apartment with a couple of friends that are in college, in the southern Maine, and my son still lives here currently.
I don't see you shutting down shop for anything short of the shop disappearing.
Which could Kathy could show where the Goodwill store is, so you can buy another one.
Oh, Mike. Nope, they're still testing. They're still trying to figure it out. I've heard it's useful, though, so.
Double D. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to graduate up the battery size scale here. Yeah, we'll just call it the battery size scale.
You guys suck.
So you can't store more scrap in the room yet? No, I can't. I can't store any scrap in his room, unfortunately, or their room yet. But I am thinking about expanding the garage a little bit and having like a semi-enclosed overhang in the back.
He's got a huge garage already.
So yeah, but I want to clear out some of the space in there. Like I want to get my wood splitter out of there, and I want to get some of the other crap out of there, so that I can free up space to put more scrap in there.
He wants to clear out stuff so he can bring in more stuff.
Yep.
Mike's notorious for that as well with the garage.
Well, that's just it. I mean, I'm not a hoarder per se, but if you leave the scrap unchecked and it keeps coming in, obviously it's going to get out of control at some point. So you gotta keep up with that.
We can definitely say that's a valid point.
Yeah, because it happened at your place.
Yeah,
your whole front yard looked like a junkyard for a short period of time. Like, we gotta do something about this. Get this stuff
that was just one night of scrapping. Okay, it was a grab, dump, go grab more, dump. I'm shocked we woke up to all that still in the front yard and someone didn't grab it through the night because it was all like in my front yard.
Yep. Mapping out my route to Maine this weekend, going through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia on my way out, trying to figure out stops along the way. Awesome, Brian. Awesome. It's just like I said, you let me know when you're getting close to the area. I mean, I'll, watch your channel and whatnot, obviously, but and I'll make sure that the accommodations are ready for you when you get here.
Man, I wish we could get back out there again. I just don't know that it's going to happen right now, but we had a good time out there. Raven the Blackbird, what's up?
Thumbs up and a high five. Great to see you, buddy. Hope life's treating you well. It is hard to keep up with it, especially when that's all you do and you get the volume that you do, E-Waste Mike. You do get quite a bit. I'm trying to find local scrap yards in the area. Like I'm starting to call locally to see if there's anybody that's willing to let me buy wire. so I can turn around and process it and bring back the Bear Bright.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with anything, honestly. Like scrap, like we do the woodworking, we can't keep up on that. We're still backlogged on that, and I don't even have the motivation to deal with it.
Well, my thought process is if I can find a place that's willing to let me purchase wire, I'll just leave them in the Gaylords on the trailer, and I'll process it, empty out one Gaylord, process it, and fill that Gaylord back up, one of the Gaylords back up with the Bear Bright and just bring it back in.
So how do some scrapyards do that? They'll sell it to you and then you can.
Yeah. Yeah. There is some scrapyards, if you have a good reputation with your scrapyards, that will allow you to buy insulated copper wire. But sometimes they will upcharge it a little bit from what they paid for it. Sometimes they'll give you a cost. Depends on how nice you are, how much legs you show, and what battery size you are.
Find warehouse lights for the cast aluminum and copper transfers or transformers.
Yeah, see, Mike's starting to do that. There's a guy down in Florida called Project Shop Florida that buys a crap ton of wire, and he's got this thing called the Copper King, and he does this overnight in a matter of hours. This thing is quick. He'll go through an entire pallet of wire, and the next day he'll bring it in and make like $1,000 after what he's paid for it. It's just crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's on the low end for him. Wait, hold on. I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff here. Don't take any lessons from me or Steel Scrap Kingdom, where hoarding it gets to be a habit. It's an art form for you guys, not a habit. It's an art form. You guys make it look good. It suits you. It's like you process. You got the hoard, but at the same time, you're functioning hoarders. You do keep the scrap pushing through, but it's like money in the bank for you guys.
I think I'll stick with scrap, bring it to the yard, get it out of my place.
Yeah. I mean, for someone in your situation where you're in suburbia and the houses are pretty closely packed together, yeah, you don't want to accumulate a great deal of stuff to process, because then you're under a lot of pressure to process it, get it done, and get it out of there as quickly as possible.
Like the only thing I really try to pick up anymore are usually AC units. That's one of the few things I'll pick up.
Pay almost, but I still make great crap and on it. I'm fortunate to have a really good relationship with my yard. Yeah, that's what it boils down to, really. Is having a good relationship with the yard, constantly being there, going there, knowing the right people.
I did not actually watch any fireworks for the 4th of July. I sat in the house and tried to keep the cat calm, because the cat was literally charging back and forth, having a near heart attack, and worried about how the horses were handling. There's Sky.
Hi, Sky. Hi, Sky. Hi,
Sky gonna give hugs.
Hi, Sky. You have a tick on your eyeball.
Oh, yeah, those things have been horrible this year. She's like, I did not come to you for this.
I love you. And I'm going to get to that in just a second. Melissa. Sky has a tick on her eyeball.
On her literal eyeball?
Well, it's like on her, it's like right on the side, like right here. Yeah.
They found that little bit of lack of hair to get in there.
Well, yeah, because they can't get into the thick 2 or 3 stages of
Scrap and Pallet Man, what is up?
It's good to see you, Scrap Pallet Man. Got to break out Slappy for Scrap Pallet Man. Scrappy's not doing so good lately. I got to get a replacement Slappy. Scrappy Slappy. WTF Mike. Good to see you. Just slapped my camera.
Melissa's like, you made me come in here and deal with this, huh?
Where is that?
You feel for it. It's right on the side of her eye. Right.
Which eye?
Look at Sky. Yeah, well, I haven't seen Sky in a while.
I could be wrong.
He's like, man, I'm like an idiot. It's not there.
But I do feel something.
How you doing, Scrap Man?
Right there. Yeah, I feel it. Let me just. I'm gonna put my eyeball.
Well, it's nothing really on that side, but if you feel this side, hey, before you start going nuts,
Oh, though.
but feel on this side. You feel that?
She's lumpy.
Okay, so that's not a tick then.
I hope you're feeling better, Mary.
I think that's a tick.
Skin tag, maybe?
Yeah, she's. How old is she? She's 7.
She's 7. It could be a skin tag.
Are you sure 7? I thought she was the same age as our Sky, and our Sky is like 8.5 now, I think.
What year were you born? You were born January of 18. 19,
So that's
Okay,
7. That's 7.5 years.
Yeah, she'll be 8 in January.
Okay, maybe Sky's 8 then, and she's just under, because they were like the same age, I remember.
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Okay, maybe I was mistaken because I felt this like this it felt like an engorged tick.
There is like a.
You know, I found quite a few on the horses and stuff this year. Like, they're bad this year. I've actually pulled a couple off the horses this year.
Yep.
And I've come home multiple times and found one crawling on my arm after being at the farm. They're bad.
Scrap Pal, man, it's good to see you, buddy. Yeah, it's been a terrible year this year for ticks for sure.
Like, ticks are horrible and flies. I'm a living skin tag. Gee, thanks, Mike. Gee, thanks. Like, flies have been atrocious this year. All the like, I thought with us having a decent winter this last winter where it actually got relatively cold that it would actually help eradicate some of these bugs. They've been worse than ever.
I think it could very well be a skin tag because she's kind of got them on both sides, but it felt much bigger on that side.
She's like, can you please stop poking at my eye?
You're okay.
I thought if it's not a tick, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure because it felt like a tick. It felt like an engorged tick right on the side of her eye. Anyway. Well, that's good. You don't have any ticks in your area, WTF, Mike?
I wish we had none. They've been bad.
We need to move out to that neck of the woods then.
He's out this way, aren't you, Mike?
He's in North Dakota.
Okay. I don't know why I thought he was like Illinois or Ohio area. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's true. We do use tweezers, and we've got special plastic tick removal tools for the dogs. And I wish I was being sarcastic about that. That's actually the truth.
Well, you live right up in Maine. They've got to be bad out there.
Oh, they're
all in
terrible
the trees and
yeah. And the irony is like, I don't know, like 20 years ago, there was no ticks here. There was none.
So your tornadoes
infested.
Your tornadoes take them from you and blow them to us because they're horrible. They have been horrible this year. And it's like, even like I said, the flies and everything. We're at the farm where my horse is. She keeps getting the ground spiders too that build the webs all on the ground. Forget what they're exactly called, but she's like, they're all over her yard. Like, it's the bugs this year are horrible. Where you slide their body into that little hole and
yep, and you carefully pull. I mean, you can't yank them out because they'll break, and part of it will stay inside. But you just basically use a little V there, and you just kind of scoop and then lightly pull until it releases.
I think that's what they are, Ralph. Like, I know she's got them all over her front yard. She's like, they're really making me nuts. She's like, I hate spiders and I have to cut that grass. I'm like,
where's your problem?
Yeah, Rhode Island, it's even worse. Rhode Island, it's even worse. They're even worse in Rhode Island.
I'm trying to think, I thought I knew someone else that lived out there.
Mike's like, what the F? I've never seen a tick spoon.
I've never heard of a tick spoon myself.
But they have them. They have them.
Instead of bringing my beautiful weather, I brought the ticks with, I guess.
Okay, what a great friend you are. She's a very sharing and caring individual, isn't she? Funny that when I went on a week-long camping trip, I had 3 ticks on me and not a one on the cat. I mean,
Yeah.
You look at that cat. Would you want to be? Would you want to be a tick? And I wouldn't.
I found them on the horses. I haven't found any on the dogs this year, but I've definitely found them on the horses. And then I haven't found them like where they bit us, but I found them like crawling on my arms and stuff.
No, you don't rotate it. You don't rotate it, Raven, because like I said, you got to be really ginger with it. Because basically the idea is to get it to release. I hear, was it vinegar? They don't like ticks don't like vinegar. So
I've heard Vaseline. I've heard, I think Vaseline is the newest one I heard. But the only thing I've heard with that stuff is like they say if you do that, you're like smothering them, and sometimes they'll like regurgitate back
apple
at you.
cider vinegar or something like that is like a kind of vinegar that they don't like. So you put the little bit of vinegar on there, and you could use a little tick spoon removal tool, and just kind of jimmy the thing out so the head doesn't get stuck inside the dog.
Yeah, I know. Like some of that stuff, they warn against it because they say they can regurgitate, and then it's more dangerous in a sense. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That kind of stuff can happen. But I mean, with ticks, it's really difficult. If you don't catch them in time and they get into, they break skin and they get in and they start engorging, the damage is kind of already done in some senses. Oh, Anita Goodrich. Hello. Thumbs up and a high five. There you go. It's good to see you. You should take a look at videos of what those things. You should take a look at videos of what those things aren't used for on ticks.
Or are used for? I'm trying to decipher into it.
I am trying to see. I'm a little rusty on the Rosetta Stone on Raven talk. I'm not really 100% sure what he means. It's gonna.
Well, we haven't live streamed in ages.
That's true. We're all rusty here tonight.
Not bad, Anita.
Had a great 4th. I didn't shoot off any fireworks or anything like that. I kind of relaxed at home, but I listened to everybody else around me do it.
Yes, the fireworks were going nuts around us last night, but we didn't shoot any off. We didn't go to any fireworks shows. We didn't really do anything yesterday. Like, it was kind of just a down. Well, I did work in the morning, but it was kind of a down day. Me and Mike did some splitting of wood. That's the main thing we did yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was. I knew it wasn't just vinegar. I thought about it for a second. I'm like, I think it's apple cider vinegar.
I saw those tags, those Fur Lives, and I was wondering if they actually worked because like nothing seems to be working anymore. Now I did buy the Seresto collars for all my animals just recently because nothing was working. I bought the stuff the vet recommended. It didn't work. They still were getting them. I got the Serestos and it took care of them. So those are working, but I would rather go to like a natural collar. So if you've got experience with those, if those work, let me know because I'll probably switch to that next year.
Yeah, Dawn is great. Actually, that's a great idea too. If you smother the thing with Dawn, they're kind of forced to back out safely. I've heard the same thing about peanut butter too. Like if you put peanut butter on top, they have to back out safely or something. I could be wrong, but
Okay, not me and you, Mike, but me and the husband. His name is Mike too.
You got to be like Mike. There's a lot of Mikes in here. There's WTF Mike. There's E-Waste Mike. Of course, there's Crystal's Mike. Just be like Mike.
What was wrong with your dog, Anita? It seems like everyone's having issues with dogs lately.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be the time for dogs and dog vet bills. I'm telling you. 3 visits.
I'm waiting to see if, with my friend, they had to have the vet out for a horse yesterday, what that bill turns into, because that was not a pretty call. On the 4th of July. They do work. Awesome. I'm going to have to look into that for next year, because I can't spend the money again.
What works?
The Fur Life pet tags for ticks and fleas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My dog didn't care about the fireworks at all. Neither dog cared, but the cats were having heart attacks.
Yeah, the cats didn't really seem to care. Callie, every time a firework would go off, the tiny dog, she goes nuts. And then she sends the dogs into a flurry of beating it nuts.
Now, my newest horse, the horse I just recently got, fireworks make him go mad, and I could tell he was running around that stall last night. When I went there this morning, because his stall was tore up, his mats were tore up. He had new scratches on his body from probably running into the walls. Honestly, for me, I don't like fireworks. I can't stand fireworks like that. Just there's not enough joy in watching them, with dealing with how bad it terrifies the animals that I associate with. I can't stand fireworks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's great if you're in if you go somewhere to watch them and your animals aren't close by, but no, I hear you.
Hunting and stuff with J&J.
Well, let's see. Let me get down here. Hunting and stuff with J&J. It's good to see you, brother. Hope you had a good 4th. I'm not going to get into politics, but some interesting stuff happened over the last week, didn't it?
He's going to hint at those politics, though.
I am. You're definitely going to hint at those politics, for sure. Yes, the oils and the peanut butter, you have to make sure it's natural peanut butter. Some have a preservative in it that is bad for dogs. Yeah. I thought it was peanut butter. Like I said, I'm no expert, but I do know that people have used peanut butter to get ticks out in the past.
I've never heard of peanut butter. It looks great with his presents. We got my Mike in the room.
Woo! Mr. Mike, the hero, the legend.
He might see that and just think it's just R5, and then also go, wait, you're both in the room? Wait, what happened here?
Crystal, that's why I wear glasses now. Because I couldn't tell which one of you it was. I'm like, wait, that's Mike? Oh, that's Mike. Look at you. You're both in here.
You're like, wait, you're both here. Wait. I'll have to keep that in mind, because I saw those getting advertised, and I just hadn't really heard of anyone that used them yet, so I didn't know if they were working. And we spent like $250 on the meds from the vet that didn't work, and then like another $250 on the collars that I got them. I was not spending money again if I didn't have to. Yeah,
no, I don't blame you at all. I mean, we probably should get some collars for them at some point. We're through the rough part, the rough patch. Spring and fall usually are the worst times for ticks in our area. And I'm sure it's probably the same for most areas.
Yeah, they're horrible this year. Yeah, and PTSD, like that, fireworks suck for them too.
Yeah, Mike, I didn't want to say it, but I know I'm getting old, because I mean, like, it's at the point where I got to wear these all the time when I'm working now, because I have a hard time seeing. You don't want me working logistics without my glasses. Let's just say that.
Hey, we got on the StreamYards, and I'm like, so you having migraine issues or something? Because you got glasses on. You don't normally wear glasses, so is there a reason?
Anita Goodrich gets the Comment of the Night award with R5. You look good tonight. So now you need to respond by saying which one. It would obviously, I would think it would be her, but her other half is also in the chat, so she could be talking about him.
Well, you can't see him though, but he
That's
always
true.
looks good too.
See,
my vet's office did not recommend them,
nice
so I didn't know anything about them.
Nice looking couple.
Yeah, no, my vision's gone downhill.
Mm-hmm.
You always look good.
I'm looking pretty damn good tonight, I must say. I'm going to pretend he laughed just like that too.
I don't know. That might scare me if he starts laughing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had heard that. Now, Des, the only thing I've noticed because I ordered them 1 year off Amazon, and definitely the packaging is different, but they have definitely started making the Serestos as a second, like aftermarket stuff that other people are making, and they're advertising as Serestos. And I've heard from a lot of people that those aftermarket ones that come off of Amazon were the ones that were causing a lot of the issues. I know we had the aftermarket one time, and all my dogs and cats started losing hair when they had that one on.
Yeah.
I was very iffy about buying them because of that, but because of all the issues we were having and not being able to combat them,
wasn't that
one of
Cheeto's main issues? Wasn't that one of Cheeto's main issues?
He was losing hair back when we were using those collars. Sky and Rocky both started losing hair. Baby never had a reaction, but I was really reserved about getting them again because of that issue, because I didn't realize at the time that was a fake one. But once I went and bought these ones, I got them from the store, and looking at the packaging, I'm like, yeah, there's definitely a difference in how they were packaged. So I'm guaranteeing the ones I got off Amazon were not the real thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't buy a Temu or Amazon. Well, I mean, there's some stuff that's good on Amazon, but you got to be really careful, I guess, buying that kind of stuff, because they may advertise one thing, but it might be something completely different and harmful to your pets, I suppose.
Well, it's like Amazon, they were selling like 2-packs and 3-packs of Serestos, and I would assume they were the actual legit thing. But now knowing that there is like a knockoff that they're selling as Serestos, I will stick with buying from the store. But that Fur Life, I'm definitely going to keep in mind for next year, because I would prefer to use something natural if it's working.
Well, everybody has that kind of try to save a buck mentality, and I completely understand that. But at the same time, I don't want to have good intentions of, doing right by my animal and then doing more harm than good. And I've seen people learn lessons the hard way that way. So, I mean, we tend to spend on the more expensive side. And I know this family does too.
I bought from the vet the stuff they recommended, and it was not cheap, and it just didn't do anything. So it was like, okay, I just spent $250. Now I got to go spend another $250. So I was like, I saw Fur Life right at that time, and I was like, I'm going to try that. I think I want to try that. But then I'm like, if that doesn't work, I'm really going to be mad, because we really don't have $1,000 to spend on flea meds.
Yeah, I'm doing really well, Anita. Thank you very much for asking. I really appreciate that. Yes, I do look good with blonde hair and a lighted beard.
Now the question is, how often do you have to apply it, Desiree? Tom Andrews, it has been a long while. What the hell's up with you, bud? That is a horrible heart. There we go. A little bit, kind of, sort of, maybe. Electronic Scrapper, what's up?
Good to see you.
I've been dabbling with homemade fly sprays for the horses, because nothing's working for that either, but...
My son just got home, and the bass outside is popping.
Yeah, Chewy, I get some of the stuff. I just recently got fly spray off of there because they had decent prices. And
yeah, I like Chewy. Me and Melissa both like Chewy. We do shop from them quite a bit.
You don't see no Max. Daddy sees you, Max. Daddy sees you.
I see Maxie.
He's like, You hear puppies?
Who is that, Maxie?
That's the puppies.
Who is that?
I could tell one was coming. He's like, I hear puppies.
Hiya, buddy. Okay, things should calm down here now.
Max saw me come down there and downstairs, and he had to follow me. And now he's like, "Can you open the door, please?" Nope, you're stuck, puppy. If I open the door, Cheetos will be down here and underneath the staircase instantly, and we all know how that goes.
We get all sorts of coupons from Chewy too when we shop with them. I'm sure everybody else does too.
I get them periodically, and I don't even order that often from there.
Yeah, they have offers. The more you buy, the cheaper it is. Like $38 for 3 more collars. Exactly.
Once every 2. Okay. Well, that's another thing I'll keep in mind. See, you're on my Facebook. I just have to reach out to you and go, okay, what's working this year for the fleas? Thank you, Anita. He's spoiled. He's very spoiled.
Yeah, Desiree knows her stuff when it comes to pets. We'll say that. She does.
Well, it's like, I know with like the fleas this year, we've had.
Auntie Desiree says hello, Austin. Hello. He says hello back, Desiree.
So we're gradually getting the whole family in on this live stream, huh? I think that's one of the first that Melissa's actually been in the background with the camera still on.
She doesn't care as much. She's not as photophobic as she used to be.
Yeah, we've got 2 dogs, 2 cats, a big ass bunny, 2 horses, and 3 annoying birds. I think that's all the animals.
Okay, I mean I've heard of these, but what exactly is a chinchilla?
It's like a squirrel-looking animal.
Gotcha.
They got like a squirrelish tail. They kind of look like little indoor squirrels.
That's cool. It's all natural and pretty much dissolves the flies upon contact. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I gotta try that as well. I think I've heard good things about that. We bought one that someone else said worked, and it's not working. So Zevo's the next one I think I need to just try. What did you hear puppy dogs, Max?
Maxie, you gotta go out. You gotta go out, Maxie?
Oh, he wants to go climb in the wood pile and find himself his own stick.
Oh.
He likes when we stack new wood back there because that's his own personal stick pile. He doesn't chew on sticks, he chews on logs.
I love that dog. When I'm there, we have a bond. We have a bond.
They've been getting out of stock of his puppy cuppies, and he's not liking that at all.
Oh no. He really did like those pup cups, those little ice cream things.
He loves his puppy cuppies. And his antler is almost chewed down to nothing. Like, I need to find another antler for him. I had to get lucky and find another one randomly on the farm. Thanks, Raven.
Yeah, he is adorable.
He's a needy little brat.
Very huggable. Very huggable. Chinchillas are like a hedgehog, but soft.
But they got the squirrelish tail.
Were we talking about chinchillas still?
Yes.
When she said that? Yeah.
Yes.
They're high maintenance that require dust baths.
See, we used to own sugar gliders at one point.
What the hell is a sugar glider? Is that an animal?
They're flying squirrels.
Oh.
Basically.
Fur Life works with the fleas too.
See, I should have just talked to Desiree when we were dealing with trying to figure out what worked.
Yeah.
Might have saved myself $250.
Yeah, telling you, Des knows her stuff.
I could have cried when I bought that stuff, and I'm like, it's not working. Yeah, we don't have many exotics. When we had a rabbit that was going downhill, and we were trying to find a vet to put the rabbit down, all of them were like, we don't see exotics. I'm like, you're putting the animal to sleep. Why is this an issue?
Yeah.
Like, he is suffering. Just got a deer. Does he have antlers?
What? Just get a deer? What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
I don't want a deer as a pet.
Oh, I have something really cool to report. So Austin was on one of the trails last night. He was headed up toward Brownville, or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was during the day. And he actually saved a baby eagle.
That's cool.
Yeah, from being run over on the trail. Apparently, the baby eagle fell out of their nest somewhere. So he took it and he moved it like into the wood area. I don't think he located the nest or knew where the nest was, but he moved it out of the way so that, so that it would be okay. And I thought that was really cool.
You just read yourself.
I think he sent me a picture of it too.
I'm coming back in
No, he didn't send me a picture of it. He showed me a picture of it on his phone.
He wants out, but he doesn't want out.
He doesn't know you. Yeah, because you're talking to a screen. He's like, "What are you doing, Mama?" Who are you talking to, Mama?
No, I had to run upstairs fast.
OMG, those are tiny little babies. What are we talking about? Who's tiny babies? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what's happening here.
About what the deer that Austin saved?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Well, Desiree's saying sorry, girl. I'm not sure what that means. Oh God, they are tiny little babies. She might be talking about the eagle, but she just said sweet way to go, Austin, which is awesome.
I don't know that.
I'm not really sure. I don't follow the last three, but I did get the sweet way to go, Austin. I know what you're talking about there, but she's laughing at me. She's going, "Bob, you goober." Yeah.
Well, I was in the process of running upstairs fast, so I heard bits and pieces of the conversation as I ran upstairs.
Yeah. Austin, Auntie Desiree's proud of you for saving the baby eagle. He said, "Yep." Hey, can you send me a picture of that? Is it too much trouble? Because if you don't want to, it's okay.
He's like, seriously, Dad? Oh, sugar gliders? Yeah, we had them. We had them for a while, and we actually had baby sugar gliders. And
okay, so she was talking about the sugar gliders. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm like trying to read into her comments. I'm like, I don't know who she's talking to.
All right, so Austin just sent me a couple of pictures. I'm going to show you.
How do you because I didn't hear the story. Like, how did he end up saving the Eagles or helping the Eagles?
He was on an ATV trail, and he actually stumbled upon a baby eagle that was in the middle of the trail. So it was a young eagle. It was a young little eagle. When I show you the picture, you'll see. But he actually took it and moved it into the wood area so that it wouldn't get run over. See if I can show you here real quick.
Oh, now it's starting to focus. That's a baby.
Yeah, that's a baby. He sent me 2 pictures here. Let me see if I can get the other one here.
Oh yeah.
There, I'm just zooming in on it right here. So that's another picture right there of it. I just thought that was super cool. Oh, and I said sorry to R5 for the issue she's having. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Anita, thank you. Thank you. Anita's she's the chatter of the night. So many wonderful compliments.
Yeah, with Des, like it was just a month of like we were dealing with trying to get those eradicated, but then we had Max going in and out of the vet because we were trying to figure out what was going on with the side of his face, which I think you probably saw those posts on my Facebook. And so yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, I don't have the money to put into more flea treatment if it's not going to work. Yes, Mike is doing very good at distracting me.
I don't know what happened.
I'm like, all of a sudden you went silent and then you just disappeared.
I honestly, I don't know what happened. I don't know if you were still live, they could still see you, or what happened. But
well, after you went silent and kind of disappeared, like the whole screen turned blue on my end, so I think I was gone too. Yeah, I don't know like if we both disappeared or not, but on my end it looked like we both did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for the replay to kind of show what happened.
Well, Mike said Gil froze.
Yeah, I see that. I see me frozen, and you're sitting there talking away.
I'm like, well, you disappeared. No, Electronic Scrapper says they missed your scrap out videos and hope you get back to them.
Hold on just a second here. You need to talk to me more about losing your Des telepathy. Yeah, I got to work on that. I got to visit you more. That's why. And Mike's distracting Crystal with his trench coat flashes.
He's totally distracting me. He keeps texting.
Hey, Gail, I hate to interrupt things. I miss your scrap out videos. I hope you're able to get back to those. And I do. I really honestly want to get back to them. I know it's been a while. The last year or so, it's been kind of sporadic. I do have plenty of stuff to do. I still scrap. I just got to get back motivated. I bought a whole bunch of stuff because some things broke. Like, not last year, not this recent visit, but last year, my favorite phone camera holder broke on me. In fact, it broke when I was visiting Bill, scrapping together. And I didn't have anything to use to put in those little special nooks and crannies that I used to film some things. So I didn't film those some things. So I did buy a few things. I bought this, and I'm planning on doing something similar, like putting it on a wooden piece like I did with the other one, so that I have something to, get in those nooks and crannies and be able to film again. I also, my battery died in the GoPro Hero 8. So it was crap in the bed. Like it would only film like 30 seconds of video and then it would die. So I felt like I needed new batteries. So I turned around and I bought this. This here, there's one of these is actually in the GoPro right now, but you get 3 batteries. They're actually more powerful than the original GoPro batteries, and it comes with a charger with an LED screen and a USB port to plug it in. So I did buy that recently. I just got that. And so when I went to test these batteries, get this. When I went to test these batteries, Crystal, the old battery was swollen inside the GoPro. And boy, did I have a bitch of a time getting that thing out. It was horrible. I had to do all sorts of surgery and do all sorts of meditation exercises to retain the patience, not to completely freaking destroy that thing. And I'm talking about the GoPro at that point because I was so freaking frustrated. But finally, after some perseverance and running on fumes with patience, I was able to get the swelled battery out of the GoPro.
It sounds like my experience the other day when the horse slammed into one of the gates at the barn, well, one of the barn doors basically, and wedged it out the wrong way, and I was on the opposite side of it at that point, so I'm stuck in the turnout with no way out besides electric fence. So I was scaling the wall to climb over the door, and then it took me about 30 minutes of fighting with the door to get it to finally go the right way. Because there were horses out there I had to get out.
Right. But yeah, essentially, like I said, there's a lot of different things that have kind of discouraged me from filming. I've got a ton of stuff that I want to film individually out there that you guys would think was really cool, that I think is really cool. I just got to get out there and do it at this point. I got a few other GoPro holding devices too.
We all kind of slowed down, it seems, in general over the last couple of years, and we all need to kind of get back on track, but it's kind of been a challenge.
Well, I mean, I think Other Bob said it best in my last uploaded videos. Like, it's basically a shit or get off the pot scenario where I say I want to do it, I say I'm going to do it, and then it never happens. You know what I mean? For one reason or another. And I'll play off excuses, not that they're not valid, but I'll play off excuses and I'll be like, I'm busy. I got this. I got distracted. I got that. Well, you know what? 4 or 5 years ago, I was doing it every day and I managed to get all those other things done then. So what's the difference? You know,
we've made plans to go live. I don't know how many times. And it's always like, it comes time. It's like, I don't really feel up to it now. I forgot. I got a headache. We actually made this plan yesterday and we followed through.
Actually, we did. High five for that because we did. We totally followed through. There you go. Wrong side. Wrong side. Wrong side. Wrong side. Wrong side. Right side.
I can't go that way. It's gonna go that way. I'm like, you're losing your mind, Gil. That's as close as I'm gonna get.
I don't know. To me, it looked like the wrong side. Like I was doing over here, and you were going over here, and I'm like, what the heck?
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm there.
Bored old fart with a public service announcement. It's been good to see you, Crystal. It's been too long.
Hey, maybe we'll actually get back on track to actually following through because we say it all the time. We're like, oh, we're gonna go live this weekend, or we're gonna go live on this day, and then it comes along and like I'm sitting there thinking, well, if he doesn't message me, I'm not really in the mood right now. And he doesn't message me and I'm like, cool, we're out of it. Or he messages, he's like, I got a headache. And it's like, cool, that's cool with me. That's fine.
One of my biggest vices or kryptonite when it comes to uploading videos is I love to edit. And for editing, for me, like I like adding those sound effects in, and I like making things look funny, and I like being entertaining and all that fun stuff. And it takes me quite some time to do that, you know.
Our scrapping video we did together when we were out in Maine. Epic.
That was epic. I actually do like that. And that is on the channel, guys. If you go back, I think it was
2 years, 3 years ago.
3 years now. Yeah, I think it's been like 3 years. Crystal, 3 years since you've been up here. It's just throwing a little unintentional yet intentional guilt your way. I
will say that I'll disagree though with it's easier to live stream. Like, yes, doing a recorded video, you have to remember to get the camera out and record. You have to edit it. You have to do all that stuff. But you can kind of do that on your own time. Where when you live stream, it never fails. It's an hour, 2 hours of time that you have to sit there and live stream. So, yeah, that's easier in a sense than all the other steps of making a video. But you're kind of restricted on what you can do at that point once you start a live stream. And you can't edit out anything. So you better have have a pretty good head on your shoulders to not say some stuff. That was at my place. He found $5.
That's what the shirt says. But yeah, no, yeah, that's a separate video. She's talking about the collab video when she was here in Maine. I think we took apart a steam cleaner, right?
Yeah, it was a steam cleaner.
But yeah, that $5. I swear to God, some people would think that was planted. It was not planted. It was actually I had to fight to throw my Jedi mind tricks on her to actually look in that freaking dumpster, because she's like, no, you never ate in that dumpster. We're gonna pass by that dumpster, not do it. I'm like, oh, come on, let's just go look in it. So we look in it. She's like, get a $5 bill. Like,
that's exactly what happened too.
That's exactly what happened in the video. It's like, that's a $5 bill. I'm like,
I see Electronic Scrapper asked about editing and software, and I don't know what exactly is going on with it because I haven't actually looked into it. But I saw someone commenting something today about CapCut and saying, like, delete your videos if you use CapCut. I don't know if they're, like, copywriting people or what's going on. So if you use CapCut or you're thinking of CapCut, you might want to look into what's going on with CapCut. I don't know what it is.
Well, Mike, here's the thing. You are entertaining in your own right. I'm speaking to you, Mr. R5 Adventures. You are entertaining in your own right, but you are just as much educational as you are entertaining. So I think you have a lot to offer, my friend. You are very skilled. You have skills. Okay, I'm using skills a lot because that's in my name. You do have skills, and you're certified by Skills. So there you go. So run with that. Yeah, it is a great T-shirt. I use Electronic Scrapper, just so you know. I use Filmora. I don't know if it's still available or not, because nowadays most of these editors, they fall into like subscriptions, and you got to pay monthly for them. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I bought a lifetime license for Filmora, and it was like $60. I mean, it was pretty cheap by today's standards. And I still get all the updates. And of course, they try to sell the crap out of other things and add-ons and stuff like that. But I have the Filmora, and I still get updates, and I do still get new features every once in a while that come included with that lifetime license, which is really nice. So if you're looking for something basic yet advanced enough to, go that extra mile, do that little bit extra, Filmora is a good choice.
And that might be what's going on with CapCut, is they're making you subscribe, and if you didn't subscribe, they're coming after you for not having the subscription. Heck, when Mike and I used to put videos out, at one point we were using like free music, and as long as you linked the music in the description, it was free to use. Then all of a sudden they copyrighted it all, and we got hit with copyright strikes because it's no longer free. And it's like, but it was free when we used it.
Good night, Des. Hold on. Good night, Des. Much love you. You get the slap happy salute. Goodbye. Slap. Bye.
Night, Des.
Night, nighty, nighty, night. Sweet dreams. Count all them sheep. I have 4 dogs. 3 are mine. 1 is my daughter's. So we have Luna. Loony, Luna, Loony, Luna, Loony, Luna.
She's like, no.
Loony, Luna, Loony, Luna, Loony, Luna, come on up. So we got Loony Luna. This is Luna. She. What are you doing, you gooberhead? You're a good dog. You're a good dog. I love good dog. So, and we have, I have a white husky. Her name is Moon. She's the one that's not feeling good right now. And I have my oldest husky, which her name is Sky, which was really interesting when I first met Crystal. When I first met Crystal and we started talking, I was talking about my dog Sky, or my dog Sky would be in the shot or whatever. I was
well,
like,
we were in a live stream.
I have a dog named Sky too. I'm like,
you were in a live stream, and Sky came into the video or into the screen, and everyone said Sky Cam, and I said, wait a minute, is your dog's name Sky? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, I have a husky as well named Sky, and they're both pretty much the same age too.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So
That's
yeah, that was kind of funny.
Ralph says he uses free software called uh, Proc, Video Pro C Vlogger. No
He's like,
watermarks, no logos. Yeah, there's no logos with the Filmora either, which is really nice. And if you can find good freeware, I'd say go for it.
I forget what Mike uses, but I know we bought it's the I think whatever program that Apple offers, and it's I forget.
Thank you, Anita. Much love to you. She's my favorite tonight by far, I'm telling you.
Man, everyone's got to up their game apparently.
I use Final Cut Pro, not cheap, but love it. Yeah, I mean, listen, some of the paid ones, they're well worth the money you spend on them if you know how to use them. You know, you have with some of them, you have to take courses just to know how to use them, and that's no joke. I'm serious.
I can figure out Final Cut Pro if I sit there and mess with it for a while. But since I haven't edited anything in forever, I know for a fact I'm going to sit there for an hour just looking at it like with a dumbfounded look, trying to figure out what the hell I need to do just to get the video on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Final Cut Pro wasn't cheap, but at least it's like I'm not sure if we end up getting a new computer if we'd have to buy it again because I can't remember like if it's just a program or whatnot. But it was a one-time purchase.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, like I know my way around Filmora now, but if I were to turn around and I were to use Mike's computer to edit one of my videos, edit my content, I'm pretty sure I'd be lost.
It's not a bad program once you kind of get in the groove of it. When I edit like 2 and 3 videos at a time, like I get good with it. But the first video, I just sit there and I'm like, okay, this took me entirely too long, and I barely do anything because I'm annoyed with it at that point. Yeah. Good night, Uncle Brian's.
Brian, have a great night, brother. Thumbs up and a high five. Be safe, my friend. Okay, so it says some people want me to do videos on how to make a flower bed out of fountain bricks. But I didn't want to do it because I haven't been feeling good to do video. Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's like, you know, you got to feel up to it. You know, like I got to feel this certain energy to film, you know, and I just hadn't felt it in a good long while. I'm starting to get it back, but I hadn't felt it in a while.
We're starting to pull the camera out again and trying to remember the video, but it's...
Yeah, I thought you were going to say something else. You pull something out of somewhere.
It's the trying to remember to pull the video camera out when you go to do stuff, because like we'll be 3/4 of the way done with the project and go, we should have had the camera for this. Yeah, I'm a little late now. It's done.
Mike's editing right now.
Yeah, we did do a video the other day.
Nice. Yeah, you know, you guys have a wonderful channel. It's a very wholesome channel. I'd love to see you get back in the game and, you know, start making some really good videos again.
It's finding the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just it. It's one of those things where you kind of have to integrate it into your life. Like if you're doing something that you think might be film worthy, are you willing to take on that extra thing? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, let me whip out the camera for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not easy. For those of you that have never done it, it's not really easy to do that. You got to be a special type of someone to always be ready to click record.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, it's remembering to do that, but like for us, sometimes it's like I was planning the other day, and he's like, "Did you record that?" I was going to, but that involved me having to come in the bedroom to get the camera, and you were sleeping. I didn't want to wake you up, and then I just didn't want to deal with putting the camera up when I was trying to just get this done because it was like 110 degrees, and I was planting the garden. So it's just it's finding the desire to deal with it. I think I somewhat burned myself out. Like,
yes,
I miss having the dumpster diving channel, but I haven't dumpster dived in 3 years, probably 4 years at all. Like I've tried a couple times here and there, but I really haven't even looked at them in 3 or 4 years. But that channel did so good, but I was putting out a video every single day. for like over like probably close to 2 years there, and it was doing amazing, but I got to a point where I was so dead set on that daily release, and I was running out of content to release, and then I wasn't getting any scores in the dumpster, and it just kind of burnt me out, and I didn't feel like doing it, and I just didn't do it, and now that channel's just it's just
that, and we know what the cherry on top was with that too. I mean, that's basically what stopped the whole thing. It's like turned you off.
Oh yeah, well the fine.
Griffith's pucker butt mentality when it comes to certain things.
And then even the scrapping channel we started up, like that one was doing really good, but then once that happened with the fine, that's what stopped me doing any of the scrapping because I was just so annoyed, and I just
go hand in hand. You know what I mean? You find the scrap in the same places she was finding, some of the other stuff.
And it's just it takes time. It's sometimes it's hard to find that extra time.
When you do dumpster diving, you got to know when they throw stuff away and keep a good eye on it too. Exactly.
And I knew their schedules, Amy, but the problem was like the stores were destroying everything they threw away, which was one of the problems. And then like a lot of stores started closing. So now like my main strip where I would dumpster dive, there's no longer, I want to say Party City's gone, Big Lots is gone. There's like 4 stores in total that actually are dumpster dive worthy that I ever even scored at, and they're all at a different spot. So like I'd have to go to all different strips to get one store at each one. And then the cops were starting to get a little bit obnoxious, and the divers were obnoxious. Like the last time I went diving, really, I was in the dumpster pulling stuff out, and another diver jumped in with me and started grabbing the shit out themselves. So it got to a point where it's like, this isn't even fun anymore.
Yeah.
And I see you. I haven't seen you in a little bit. I haven't seen a message from you on there since Gil froze pretty much. So I don't know if I'm not on the all chat or just certain, like the primary chat. I don't know because I'm on StreamYards.
You talking about Raven? You talking Raven? Raven, we can see you, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I was saying I haven't seen him comment since you froze a while ago, but I see him.
That interests me with others. No, I'm not monetized. Yeah, and like a lot of people, they don't care about the monetization. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. But when you get to a certain point, when you get to a certain, like when you get a certain amount of views and you get all that, it's a nice perk to have. You know what I mean? Even if you don't put in the super chats and all that as an option, it's nice to get that AdSense. May not be much, but it does add up. And then 1 month, you end up with a nice little surprise direct deposit from Google.
Like for a while there, we were making money like every month from the Dumpster Dive channel. And it was kind of like, you didn't really realize you were getting it at the time. But when we stopped getting it, I'm like, man, that extra 100 would have been nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a check from Google last month, which was really nice. It was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, see, I made the mistake on the Dumpster channel of you had to upload something, I think every 6 months. I think it's every 6 months, and I took such a long hiatus. I didn't upload anything, so I lost the monetization on that channel. Otherwise, I'd still be at least collecting a periodic check. But now I got to get it remonetized, and that's not easy to do when you really don't have any new videos going out.
Right. Well, it's almost as bad as starting fresh when you lose monetization and you have to build yourself back up to get it again.
And I got my monetization on that channel in 6 months time, 7 months time. I got it fast as can be on that channel. So it's like, and it's nowhere near the prime that it had been. At that time, it was getting some good views. Now it's just, yeah. I keep saying I'm going to put some effort into trying to get it back to monetization, but I can't motivate myself to do so.
Well, I stopped using Gil Skillz Live for live streams, as you can see, because I'm on the original channel again. I think it was one of the better things that reintegrate my live streams into this channel, because I haven't been doing much lately, and it helps keep the channel somewhat fresh, and the
Yeah.
algorithm realizes I'm still alive, so they're not going to take away my monetization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I remerged everything. But that channel, Gil Skillz Live, is no longer monetized because it's been sitting dormant.
None of our stuff is monetized anymore. Yeah, Amy, that's like every store in this area, like all of them just destroy everything. So it's tempting at times. There's times I drive past a cluster of stores and I'm like, man, I should go back behind there and just take a look, go see what I see. And then I'm like, I don't feel like getting fined today. And then I'll just keep driving.
The funny thing is you say that about that. I say that about every open top that I see. Any overflowing trash, like a dumpster or whatever. I'm like, looks like there might be some metal in there. No. I'm gonna me and Austin and my son Austin and my dad and a friend of mine went to New Hampshire for Bike Week. And I caught myself doing that quite a bit. I'm like, nope. I promised myself no scrapping this week. Nordic Gold. Nice. 300 subs. Good Lord. In 1 week.
You know who I should have messaged when we went live was Andrew Fishman, and I didn't think about it. And Bossy Girl.
I'd like to get back into at some point interviewing scrappers, up and coming scrappers, established YouTubers, trying to help out new YouTubers type of thing. I've been trying to get Scrap and Palaman to do an interview with me for a long time. I'm hoping someday he'd be like, all right, man. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I keep trying to think of what I can do with the dumpster dive channel. Because if I could get that one back to monetize and just periodically at least upload something, my videos are still getting watched on that channel, so I'd still be earning the income from the watches.
Right.
But I need to do something, and I've thought about integrating some live streams into that channel. But I'd have to go into topic, I think, and that's things like I really can't go. The channel's been made it to where it is because of dumpster diving. I don't really want to veer off that topic completely because that's what made that channel what it is.
Well, there are definitely parallels. I'm glad you created separate channels, but there are definitely parallels from the dumpster diving for resellable items or donatable items and stuff like that, and then the scrap metal as well. And you had a huge advantage with the scrap metal channel because there's not too many female scrappers out there. They are out there, but the ratio to man versus female scrapper YouTubers, it's not that big. So you had an advantage and you were actually growing, but unfortunately, some things dried up and some things happened. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate that.
No, I'm trying to figure that out because I'd like to get that channel back up and going because.
There we go. Yeah, we're probably gonna wrap this up in another couple of minutes here, just so you know.
Well, I know originally we said an hour.
We did, but I mean, we were having a good time. We were talking, and the chat was flowing, and all that stuff. And Mike was in here having a good time, and everybody was having a good time.
So Gil made the mistake earlier. He's like, "So, you want to go live 7:30?" I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds good. Your time or yours or mine?" And I was meaning like your 7:30 or my 7:30 because we're.
Thank you for the clarification on that because you did say yours or mine. I thought she meant channels. It's like, which channel? I'm like, oh no, we could do it on yours. We'll do yours. That's fine.
He's like, we can do it on yours. I'm like, okay, cool. 7:30 then. And
she's an hour behind me.
So he messages right around 6:30. He goes, just send me that link once you got it all set up. And I'm like, that'll be in an hour. You said 7:30. And I assumed we'd be doing it on your channel, but okay. He's like, oh, I guess I didn't really clarify when I answered that.
I called her up. Of course, I was half asleep when I answered that anyway. I'm like, One of us is confused, and it's probably me. I'd rather do resale stuff than scrap metal. And if I have anything that is scrap metal, I will set it out by the road and let a scrapper take it. That's really cool. That's really cool. What the big thing with the scrap, like the light iron and the ferrous, like the stuff that sticks to a magnet. I mean, you leave that stuff out. But if you start collecting brass, aluminum, copper, things like that, those are the higher priced materials. Like for brass right now, you can get over $2 a pound for brass. Like number two, like stripped, like copper, I think is going for, I think it's going for a little over $3. It's like $3.29 or something like that a pound. So, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, I love me some brass. Yes. Yeah, I have some Ralph Morick brass. I have some Ralph Morick aluminum, and I have some Ralph Morick copper.
The aluminium?
Yeah, the aluminium.
I don't know. I probably said that wrong, too.
Probably did. I probably did, too. But that wonderful Gil Skillz logo sign, I'll never forget that he made that. And, of course, he made me some aluminum Twinkies, too, that I'll never get rid of. I will never, ever get rid of that stuff. It's awesome.
That sign is awesome looking, though. I saw I saw the sign in person, but I know I saw it in the video, but I'm pretty sure you had it when we went out there.
Oh, yeah. Every teardown video will have that in it. I'm extremely proud of that. That was the pinnacle of gifts that anyone has ever given me. My walk doesn't give me much time to dumpster dive, work, or just go around trash time. I will say everything electronic came from someone else's garbage, not a TV in my house that wasn't someone's trash. Yes. My father tried to give me a CRT television. I'm like, nah, you keep it. He's like, well, can't you scrap that thing? I'm like, yeah, sure. There's copper in it and whatnot, but I really don't want to deal with the tube.
Yeah, there's a lot of copper, honestly, in there, but you got to deal with that.
I would have to dispose of it, and my way of disposing of a TV isn't really kosher. Like, I could pay to bring it somewhere, which would defeat the purpose. Hey!
William,
it's Wabash Outdoors. William, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you. I could pay to have it removed, which kind of eliminates the whole reason why you got it in the first place, which was to make money off the scrap materials inside. It's just not worth the CRT televisions. You could strip it out and then have it recycled. What I do, and this may not necessarily go over well with some people, but what I do is if I get a CRT television every now and then, as long as it's not super big, I'll take all the copper materials and I'll harvest the board out and everything and the gauze cable, and I'll turn around and I'll smash that tube into little itty bitty pieces, and I'll put that thing into multiple coffee pot cans or coffee cans, and I'll send it out with the trash because I don't get them that often, Yeah, they're not good. I'm doing good. R5, how are you? William's asking, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I can't do that here because they don't take them. They don't take them. They'll leave them right on the side of the road, or they'll charge me more to take them, which also eliminates the whole reason why, But I have some scrappers that take apart the TV right on the spot and leave the rest of the TV behind. See, I wouldn't do that. I like if I saw a TV on the side of the road, I mean, I would not pull up to that old CRT television and tear it apart and take all that junk out of it and put it back together and leave it there. I just feel like that's in poor taste. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you got to worry. Yeah, then you got to worry about the homeowner coming out. Hey, you got to take that. If you're going to take the scrap out of it, the stuff out of it, you got to take it. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm good. Just send it to you, Martine. There you go.
No, that's with the TVs and stuff. Just cut the cord and leave the rest. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you could. I would do that, but it's just one of those things. CRT televisions, when I see them, I kind of shy away from them now, just because they're too much. You know what I mean? It's too much. It's a net zero situation. But anyway, listen, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because my recliner chair beckons, and I'm sure that Crystal would like to, maybe get to a few things before calling it a night too. And did you want to say anything before we took off for the evening?
I'm so out of whack with this. I don't remember what I used to even say, but everyone have a safe weekend. Have a good night. If you're shooting off fireworks, be careful. I know a lot of places are going through droughts and stuff right now, and it's dry and fires are easy to start. So be careful, and not only for that reason, but also for yourself. And enjoy your weekend.
There you go. Basically, I'm going to mirror off that and just say that I hope you have a wonderful and safe weekend, and I hope everybody takes the time in a few moments to give their pets a little extra loving, because you don't know when the end time could be. Life is short and could unexpectedly be shorter. You know what I mean? When you have those types of scares. So just give your pets some more loving for me. And until the next time, I hope you have a scrap happy day. Take care, everybody.